Okay, so let's go ahead and start talking about heroes. So the Super Dragon Ball Heroes crossover campaign was confirmed on September 27th, which is basically a little over a month ago. Right here in the event details, showing that in the update schedule that Super Dragon Ball Heroes campaign was or is scheduled, for November. Now, before we go ahead and start discussing a lot of the hero stuff, one thing I do wanted to tell you guys is that I'm going to be sectioning this video off into like 3 different parts, basically what I want to see, when we're going to see it, and basically like the easy A's and all that stuff. So if you are just curious on one subject but not really curious about the other, you can always just go into the bottom, scroll to the part that you really care about, and then but anyways, I do want to start off with a question as well and ask you guys, what do you guys hope for from the heroes reveal? Because this is usually the time we would get it and we haven't, I figured I might as well ask you guys, right? If you had to choose a moment from the anime, or from the web series, what would you choose? Me personally, I don't know if you guys could read up there, but I'm choosing Gogeta. Like, this is going to be the intro where he turns evolution, Super Saiyan Blue evolution, and having it like there's a lot of like attacks in the anime that he just does, throwing like the ki blast similar to how he did against Broly, having it where he's just doing an all-out offensive, just punching fest with Rose. Like the fight literally ends in 2 minutes. So there's only so many gifts I could show, but I do really like it, like that. It's like the lightning punches, I guess you can call it, where it's just like just flashes of yellow. It really is nice, and even just the aura of the character is just really nice to look at. So I would, for me personally, I would 100% pick Gogeta Blue. Vegito has had like 2 cards, and I get it. Fusions is kind of boring, but like this is special. Okay, we have not gotten a single Gogeta, and again, if it isn't, I guess, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta, I would also take Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Gogeta. I think that one would also be pretty cool. I just want a Gogeta card because we've already had Vegito cards. But yeah, I'd probably say that that's my #1 pick because the fusions are amazing. I think that one would be cool. And while I didn't pull it up, if we're not talking about fusions for a second, I think that the triple Kamehameha would also be pretty cool. I think it was like Gogeta, Hit, and Jiren, or some. It was. I think it was all 3 of them. I might be wrong though. Yeah, I just remember it was a triple Kamehameha. I would have to watch Heroes again. I haven't watched it in a long time. But let's go ahead and start talking about the when the banners are going to drop. If we go ahead and look at every single other banner for the past 4 years, so from 2020 to 2023, man, I'm having a difficult time saying that. We can see that the earliest that we've seen, or more often than not, the last 2 years have been kind of consistent of dropping on the 22nd. So I would say that that's probably the most likely date. But if we go ahead and look past that, Trunks dropped on the 25th, and before that, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito dropped on 19th. So again, basically just expected anywhere between the 19th of November and the 25th of November, but November 22nd probably being the closest date that we're going to see for those units, I would say. Because yeah, anyways, let me go to close all this out, and we'll go ahead and talk about the easy A's now. If we go ahead and see, we could the way that they format it is they like to do all of the feature units of that year gets easy A's at the same time. So we already had, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Tech Broly, STR Bardock, like all these units already got easy A's. Now we are in 2021, so all of these units will be getting easy A's, and it's going to be a lot to discuss. So let's go ahead and talk about which I would like for every unit to do. #1, I think this guy should get some form of buff from Rainbow Key Spheres. I think that's the #1 thing that he needs, to be honest, just because of the fact that no one on this team needs Rainbow Key Spheres. None. The Heroes team can struggle with getting a 12 key sometimes, but not to the point where we need a Rainbow Orb Changer, because like not a lot of these characters had key back then. But if we go ahead and look at recent years, we could see that that has become a lot less of a problem, I would say, where just like characters just start out with like 3 key here, and then like Rose for another example, 3 key here, and then transform 4 key. So like we don't need characters who are rainbow orb changing and not buffing themselves from it. Maybe potentially having like some sort of damage reduction would be nice, or dodge chance. I think that could always be pretty cool, or just extra stats with each rainbow key obtained, whichever. But that would be like my number one thing for Tech Trunks. Int Pan, I think, doesn't she have an is it high chance or great chance of dodge? Yeah, buff that to great chance. That would be the number one thing for her. Make it great chance, and then maybe bump the support to 3 key and 50% attack and defense. I think that would be fine. Maybe even also something here where it's like if every single ally in the attacking turn is Dragon Ball Heroes unit, she can get extra buffs as well. Oh yeah, and then defense on the 12 key. Or I guess just super attack. Okay. See, this character, it made sense for him getting the Rainbow Key Spheres because, you know, he wants Rainbow Key Spheres because of the fact that he's recovering HP from it, right? But I think this character needs to have some sort of like orb changing, because he gets way too much stats from orbs, but he doesn't get it from, he doesn't create any. And I think that this is like an interesting gimmick of like, okay, you want AGL if you want both of the stats. If you get SCR physical, you get attack, and then if you get tech or int, you get defense, similar to like physical Broly Trio, for example. But I think he should just create Rainbow Key Spheres just to help that out, and then maybe just make that a raising attack and defense permanently. Maybe, yeah. I think that could definitely help out this character a lot. Especially because, like I said, he really wants a lot of key spheres, so giving the orb changing would help out this unit. Because then at that point it'd be 4-star on Robello. Just another character who I would buff the dodge chance, make it 70%. And then plus initial per in case you're obtained. Great chance of foreseeing. I would just make that guaranteed. Just make that a guaranteed 100%. If there's an Dragon Ball Heroes category ally attacking in a turn, it'd be interesting making this massively as well. This doesn't really matter anymore. I would probably just make it like a 30% chance. Honestly, because doesn't Jiren have it where he like does a 30% chance as well? Keep pursuing super attack. Target is down. Target is down. Enemy is sealed. Enemy is stunned. Mean chance of stunning all enemies in this crossover category. I guess never mind. You don't have to buff that because this is already buffed. I would. The thing is that her only like defensive mechanic is that she gets massively raising defense on super attack, but she has nothing else. It's just the stunning. That's the only way to protect her. I think having it where either she's doing support and then dodging, or support and then guarding, or support and damage reduction would probably be best. But she definitely needs like one other utility to really help out, because at the moment she has nothing other than the stunning, and that's not going to help her out at all. Ooh, these ones are going to be fun. So this one, quite simple. One can buff whatever you want. You can make this 159%. You can make it 159% attack and defense when there's another Goku ally in the team. I really don't care. Just don't make it restricted to heroes. Please, for the love of God, do not make it restricted to heroes. I'm begging them. Please don't make it restricted to heroes, please. Just make it where it's restricted to the Vegeta family, Goku family. I think that these are like one of the good units, good hero units that don't work on the heroes team. Or not don't work, but you don't need on the heroes team, right? That they can work outside of just the heroes team, compared to the other heroes units. So just make it where it's just not I guess like intertwining. Unless you want to make it where it's the support as well, where it's like Goku's family or Dragon Ball Heroes units. Get it? But don't make it where it's like when there's another. Oh, you can. I guess you could do that, Goku's family or Dragon Ball Heroes unit. But don't make it where it's like, oh, you have to get Dragon Ball Heroes unit on the rotation, or else you don't get guard. Like, please don't do that. Please. But yeah. And of course, another defensive utility, as per always. His greatly raising attack and defense at the time was really good, but Tech Gohan has already showed that is not enough at this point. We need additional super attacks, we need guard, we need damage reduction, we need something to help these units out other than just the greatly raising attack and defense at this point. But their EZA is going to be fun for sure. These guys are all pretty cool as well, I would say. I like all of them. I like all the designs of them. But which one was it? I would say give him another additional super attack somewhere, because the status downs don't really happen too often. But yeah, maybe the crit chance is fine. Again though, they just need something else, maybe crit and damage reduction. Make it where this one's easier, so like 40% up to 120, and then yeah, that's the issue with these units, is that these ones are a little bit. These ones are even more restricted. You either have to have it stunned and super attack sealed, or attack down or defense down, depending on the things. And it's funny because they both work together. You know, they both do what the other character wants. But yeah, it's sad because like a lot of these heroes units are just like, oh, give them extra utility. But these are so old. Like, these are 2021, and these are like above free to play, below Dokkan Fest level. So it's just like this is like a 2020 character basically. That's our beginning 2021 Dokkan Fest. These are not what they would see at the time. But yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah, every other unit on here is already EZA'd. But we'll see. What do you guys hope for most out of all the units? What do you guys hope for most out of all this stuff? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I do really appreciate each and every one of you who have already done so already. Thank you all for watching. Thank you as always for being a member, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.